Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In this video, we're going to do something that's unique. I've not done it before. Come on over here, buddy. We're going to make a pumpkin pie. Hopefully 2 pumpkin pies. I've got this white pumpkin. Now, I'm going way back last fall. We grew this pumpkin. You might remember when I came out of the corn with this guy right here. And we found Frank up there. We had a big old time carrying pumpkins. This pumpkin actually wasn't grown by Caleb, but his sister Mary grew this one. Stored all this time. So that's really the reason why I think it fits. This video will fit this channel is because we talk a lot about food preservation. Some of these pumpkins absolutely keep a long time. It's amazing. And anything that has a shelf life that you don't have to do absolutely anything to, that's money, dude. So we're gonna cut this open. I have no idea what the flesh of this looks like. It's white on the outside like a ghost. I don't know if it's gonna be orange or what. I don't know how thick these walls are gonna be. I need 2 cups per pie. So let's see what we got here. Wow, it's a light color. It's got some good looking seeds here. We may have to save these seeds for next year. I'm just going to cut this loose here. But it's got a fairly thick wall. Smells great. I'm just going to take my hands, peel these seeds out. I'm going to lay them right here, and then Mr. Caleb can save some out for next year.
I had last year coming back up.
Are they really?
Yeah, I guess.
Volunteer?
Yeah.
So he's got pumpkins coming up. Hopefully we'll get a video of those here when they get big. Have you done any fertilizer watering for them? Yeah, you might ought to help them a little bit. Yeah. You're going to hear a lot of background noise on this video because we've got boys running all over the place, weed eating, mowing, and I'm not going to tell them to stop just because I'm making a video. I don't think you would tell your boys to stop either if they were working. So here you can see the flesh of this, almost a yellow flesh. Sounds like the old boy's having fun mowing some stuff that ain't been mowed yet, evidently. Is that David doing that?
Maybe Joel, I don't know.
Joel's sharpening a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, probably.
So if you take your knife and just cut around here, just take your hand like this and just pull it right on out. That's basically every seed in that pumpkin. And some of them are big old fat seeds. I believe we need to dry them and plant them next year. And the reason why I say that is because this pumpkin stored so well. Now, after we eat it, we might decide we don't like it. But I kind of like it, and I like the thickness of the flesh. It's not just a thin little old thing for looks. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this thing like a cantaloupe, basically. Like this, and then I'm going to cut the skin off, cube it up, and get it in the pot. And we're going to get in there to the wood stove and boil it down. All right, we're in the summer kitchen. I've got the pumpkin. It's covered in water. Just went ahead and covered it with water. We're going to put it right here on this wood stove. We got the fire rolling here, and that has to cook until we can smash it down and just mash it. Smash it by hand like potatoes. And then we're going to get into the mixing. My daughter grew these pumpkins. If you're interested in having this variety, if you like what you see, you can look up in your seed catalog for Casper. I believe that she said she thinks that's what it was, Casper pumpkin. I'm impressed. We are in July, mid-July. These things ripened off the vine back in, I'm going to say September, October last year, so I like it. All right, for today's recipe, I'm going to be using Spring Creek Pie Company. That's a pie company that's not too far from here if they're still in business. pumpkin and sweet potato pie. It calls for 3 eggs per pie, so I've got 6 eggs. Okay, so what I actually have is 5 chicken eggs, and I've got this guinea egg. I've been wanting to show y'all guinea eggs. We've been eating quite a few of them here lately. And it's unreal the difference between them and a chicken egg, and I'll show you right here. A chicken egg cracks like this. And you're familiar with that. A guinea egg, it don't crack like that. It's thick, it's hard, it doesn't want to bust open. It's unbelievable how thick a guinea eggshell is. I don't know how they hatch. I honestly do not know how they hatch out. But maybe that's why they're so ornery. Maybe that's why guineas are so, well, they're a mess, to be honest with you. I've got a whole video about how I had to butcher one of our guineas because it really cut up my neighbor girl. So there's our 6 eggs right there. And by neighbor girl, I mean Miss Grace. You've been seeing her a lot here lately in my videos. That guinea destroyed her face. So it says lightly beaten. I don't exactly know what lightly beaten means. I never got lightly beaten when I was a kid, but oh well. Here's these eggs. I'm gonna say that's lightly beaten enough. Now we're gonna measure out our sugar. For brown sugar, it calls for 1/2 cup. So we're doubling the recipe. That'd be very easy to do. 1 full cup. I'm gonna compress it in here. Pour that in there. It calls for granulated sugar, 1/2 cup. As you know, granulated sugar, that's what we call white death. It's better used like Longbow Banjo's been using it. And there we go. So we're done with our sugar. That's all of our dry ingredients. I decided to just go ahead and mix my pumpkin pie spice because it calls for a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. We don't have pumpkin pie spice. What do we have? We got cloves, we've got ground ginger, cinnamon, and allspice. Now this allspice is not ground up. It's a nutmeg. Allspice I'm not using. Nutmeg, what my wife has, she claims tastes better if you grind it yourself. So I just ground it myself, and I didn't even measure it. I just ground what I ground. So that's going in now. Roughly 2 teaspoons of product, and the majority of it was cinnamon. I went ahead and did a whole teaspoon of cinnamon. So, what do we like now, boy? Well, on this list, it calls for evaporated milk and it calls for melted butter. What you can do is use cream, just straight up cow cream. I don't have evaporated milk. I've got butter, but I've got cream, and if you use the same amount, it calls for a 1/4 cup of melted butter and a 1/2 cup evaporated milk. So we'll use 3/4 cup of heavy cow cream straight from our milk cow. Perfect. So I'm just going to keep my wet ingredients together. It calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, so I'm doubling everything. There's 1. There's 2. I really like vanilla flavor, so that's why I went heavy on it. Woo, doggies, that is a rolling now. All right, here is the pumpkin. Oh, it's mashing easy. What I did was I poured it into a metal colander and got all the water out. I let it drain out real good, then I poured it back in here. So this is going to be easy. From this point on, I don't think it's going to be very hard. I've already measured out the ingredients. Got it all ready to go. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. You can't really see what's going on inside here, but it is absolutely pulverized. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. There's 1. There's 2. We definitely got more than enough. There's 3. And that, my friend, is 4. So I've got another couple of cups here that can be used for another time, another place. I'm gonna pour my wet ingredients. This is my vanilla and my egg. And I can't remember if there's anything else. I'm gonna pour that right on in there. And I'm gonna start mixing. Now I haven't got my cream in there yet. I'll get to all that here in just a second. I'm just gonna start mixing this up right quick. Because this is so hot, I'm afraid it's gonna cook that egg. So, here we go. You plot me. Oh, that tastes good. Yep. Cinnamon is good in it. You might pour a little fireball in it. All right, it calls for 3/4 of a cup. And I'm doubling the recipe. So that means 1.5 cups. My sunlight's going away fast. Hurry, McGee. Oh, here comes the sun. There's a cup. There's a half. So that is my butter and my sweetened condensed milk all in one. And that's how easy it can be. All right, this is all the ingredients. Beautiful as they can be. I'm just gonna get this mixed up here right quick and we're gonna pour it in them pie shells, get them in the oven. Don't laugh at me. I went to the store and bought a couple of pie crusts. I didn't think this video would be a good one on teaching how not to make a pie crust, because I'm no good at it. So I'm suspicious that these little old pie crusts that they got here ain't gonna hold much. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pour the rest of this into this big pie pan here without a crust and just bake it. The boys will not complain. Matter of fact, they might eat it all up. All right, let's throw our pies in. I think I'll put the big one up top, maybe. Heat rises. I'll put my little ones with the crust on it. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Down here. If I spill it, it's gonna make a bad stink. All right, that was successful. All right, there we go. Slide this gently forward. All right. These are absolutely done. Look at that. You can hold it sideways, it don't come out. That's beautiful. And I wish that you guys could smell this. Woo! That is going to be so good. It smells like a vanilla custard almost, like, with a lot of the cinnamon aspect coming out. Boys, y'all want to have some pie? Yeah. All right, folks, we got pies. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cut this pie all the way across from one side to the next. Not so I can take half, but so I can get a piece here, like this. The question is, will it come out? It did. All right. That right there is a good start. I'm going to pass it on. Now, I'm sure if I don't do this, people are going to wonder how it is without a crust. Here's how it is without a crust. You may as well use a spoon. You may as well use a spoon, but I'm not using a spoon. I'm flopping her in there. What do you think of that, Matt? Basically what you're doing is adding to the crust you got. All right, I'm going to give you this. You cut up and just do what you want to do.
I want the non-crust.
Everybody left the table except you boys. Ain't y'all proud to be brave? That means y'all get to have all this pie. Whipped cream, whipped topping, Cool Whip is the way to go with pumpkin
I'll take some.
pie. You want some of this guy? You don't want the crust?
No.
No? Well, that's easy to fix right there. If you don't want crust, you don't have to have a crust. You want some Cool Whip on it?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you're on a crust-free diet, are you keto, son? You on a keto diet? No. All right. Mary, where's Joe? We wanted some help here.
I think he's getting ready to go.
Come on.
That right there, that's the creamiest. And it has got a very acute pumpkin spice flavor. What do y'all think about it?
That is good.
That is as good as it's ever been, ain't it? Folks, it's never been no better than this. Let me get some crust in one. What's so funny? He's over here dying on me. What's so funny, kid? What is it? What's up, Doc?
You'll see.
I'll see.
Yeah, whenever you're editing.
Oh, when I edit the video? Oh, no. Mary, what'd they do to me? What'd they do to me, Cajun? Matt, what'd they do to me? Drop down in the comments, tell me what he did to me. I don't know what he did. Man, oh man. In my opinion, it tastes better with the crust. I may be wrong, but I'm not. It tastes better than the crust. Cool Whip is really, really good on it. Good old cow milk that you milk out of your own cow. Woo! What do you think, Mary?
It's good.
What about my spices?
Really good.
Did I spice it up right? She made me, huh?
I taste something in there.
Yeah, she probably that nutmeg she made me shave off them big nuts.
Yeah.
I ain't much into that. Now that's too much work.
I taste the nutmeg.
Makes it taste good though.
What do you taste that isn't normal? You taste something that ain't normal in there?
No.
Your pumpkin was awful good. It don't taste bad at all, and it's been sitting there for, when did we pick it? September, October?
Something like that.
Been a long time ago. Mary and Joel are getting ready to go with the youth group of the church to cut firewood for a lady there. A lady in the church don't have a husband at home, and so they're going to cut firewood for her tonight.
Mary, I think it was a bad idea to leave the church.
What?
Did you hear them?
Yeah.
Maybe people want to hear the chicks. If you like hearing chicks in the video, just drop down and comment. I like to hear the chicks. I'm about to take my last bite, folks, and this is good. That is some good stuff. Well, old David told me he got the pig caught up, so be looking in tomorrow's video. We're going to be moving some pigs around. So that's all we've got for you on the pumpkin pie bit. So we're going to get on out of here. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. It's a little bit stronger than you make it, I believe.
strong nutmeg flavor, but I like it.
It's also strong in the clove.
Oh, maybe that's what I was tasting actually. I don't know,
Okay.
but I like it. I've been really hungry for pumpkin pie.
Very strong in the clove and strong in the nutmeg, and it's pretty strong in the ginger. No, get over here and sit down, woman. She knows all my tricks. Okay, turn it off.